Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Hogan, Tech and Learning, with our continuous coverage of ISTE 2016 here in Denver. With me here is Jeff Elliott from Voyager Sopris Learning.
That's it.
Got it.
You
Okay.
got it.
Yeah. It's getting late in the day now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Interview
Yeah.
number 10.
Right.
But we're trying to pull in everybody to see, for our viewers who are not here
Yeah.
and who would like to kind of follow along, but also for some of the folks who are here but don't have the opportunity to get into any kind of conversations because they're too busy doing the million other things that you do at ISTE. So we appreciate you stopping by. One of the buzzwords, one of the phrases that I hear a lot walking around the show yesterday, and something that we always have coming up in the magazine all the time, is the idea of adaptive learning and blended learning,
Right.
and those phrases. And I know that your company is involved with that. Can you give us a cocktail definition of what you believe adaptive learning to be?
Sure. Great, and thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here talking about it. Happy to be at ISTE. Adaptive learning for Voyager Sopris Learning is taking every action that a student does within a program and designing a curriculum path for them that is specifically designed for their needs, giving them the exact content at the exact time that they need it, helping them to find the most efficient path to proficiency in English language arts.
Okay, okay. And how much of that for our average reader who's, say, an instructor in 7th grade, how deep do they have to kind of get into that? Or I mean, what are the benefits, like the straightaway benefits for a faculty person who on a faculty
Sure.
to use this?
Well, the beauty of adaptive learning and machine learning, as we've designed it, is that the complexity is really invisible to the user. The interface is very friendly. So the underlying technology, though very complex, it really draws the student in, informs the teacher on where the student is in their learning at any particular time, and actually adapts to the teacher to give the teacher hints and ideas for lesson plans for the student. Ours is really, it's a K-5 English language arts program called Velocity.
And so, give a little bit of the company history now. You said that it was 2 companies before, maybe people recognize a little older.
Yeah, good point. So Voyager Sopris Learning is the combination of Voyager and Sopris, merged a few years back and really brought the best of 2 worlds together, focused on both intervention and acceleration of students.
Okay.
A great combination of literacy programs, math programs, and very importantly, professional development, which we think is the key to really pulling everything together to make teachers successful.
Right. Well, what's the big news coming out of your company this week?
Yeah, so the really big news for us is that we're launching Velocity here at ISTE. And Velocity is that K-5 optimized adaptive learning program for English language arts that we believe is going to help solve the nation's reading crisis. It really is unlike anything else out there in the marketplace today. Very easy to implement in the classroom, it involves the teacher, and it takes the student, keeping that student engaged on the student's most efficient pathway to proficiency in reading.
Okay. And is it a subscription-based service, or how does that work?
Yeah, it is. It's a fully digital program. We're traditionally a print publisher.
Yeah.
Today we do about 50-50 digital and print. Velocity is a fully digital software as a service model that's a subscription-based that schools can buy on a site license or an individual student level.
Okay. And so with that announcement, are there milestones going out through the year? I mean, what's
Absolutely. So we've been in development for over 2 years, working with Zoran Popovic out of the University of Washington. He's the head of the Game Science Center there and has a nonprofit called InLearn that's developed this wonderful engine for Velocity based on years and years of research. Partnering with them, we launched in April. We've been in beta testing even prior to that, and we're in pilot testing right now for a full launch this fall where we'll have several classroom implementations.
Okay.
We've got about 40 or 50 school districts across the country currently using the program.
Great. Well, exciting stuff.
It is really exciting. And I'd also like to mention we're also reintroducing Language Live,
Okay.
which is a really cool blended program. And
Okay.
I know there's a lot of talk about blended solutions as well.
Correct.
And that's our middle school and secondary intervention reading program for students that are struggling readers. Just a really great program that, you know, we're seeing 1.5 to 2 years of gains in 1 year for those kids that are in the grades 6 to 12
Right.
and struggling readers.
And decidedly non-cheesy for teenagers.
Decidedly non-cheesy. That's the thing that's so great about it. It's got these great peer tutors within the program, videos, explaining complex concepts, make it really fun for the students to, really get those skills that they may have missed earlier in their education.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, thanks for that, and thanks again. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.